Starting a new career is often challenging, especially when you're really trying to find out what you enjoy doing. What you've got to do, well, I'm going to set it out in a few steps, and is to find what your purpose is in life. Okay, so you're actually questioning your career now. You're starting to wonder, what am I doing? Where are my interests? And, where did circumstances change in my life where this idea popped in my head? Is it because I hate my job? It may not be your career, it may be your job. It may be your boss, it may be the environment that you work in. So identifying what your purpose is in life. During our lifetimes, we go through a number of career changes, so it's not like anything different. So we often all do it. And it's because interests, circumstances change, environments change, things happen. And we start to find out more about ourselves that we want to sort of become or be. So it's worth taking the time to think about what you want out of your next career. Find out what you're actually looking for. Is it just the fact that you want to have more time or a more flexible lifestyle rather than the 9 to 5, break it up a bit, work at night, that sort of thing? Is it higher salary? Is it career progression opportunities? You need more stability? Is it just a new challenge? It could all be those and more. But before you do make any career change, when you do make up your mind, research the industry that you sort of are starting to find that you're interested in. Get prepared, find out more, do your Google searches and find out more about what it is, how the industry ticks, how it all works, your interests, the starting salary, could you live off that, working the number of hours that you do, getting the salary it pays, its trends. Often it may be busy and in demand this year, but what about next year? COVID's taught us a lot about that. What are the minimum qualifications that are needed? So really do your research on that career. And also, I always like to say to take stock of your own transferable skills. So what that means is all the things that you've learned in life, no matter how small or minute that you believe or trivial, how useless you may think some of your skills are transferable. And believe it or not, we've got them instilled within us to take on to the next career. I often do it myself as property developer to counsellor to finance broker to entrepreneur. They all intertwine. They're your skills. That's what makes you who you are. That's what makes you a special person, and they are transferable. So don't always think that some things that you learn in life are actually going to be useless. Things like communication. You can be creative. You listen better because of a past career. You are better at decision making or negotiating. You're better at problem solving. Your organisation skills. All these make up who you are. Your leadership skills, your punctuality, and so on and so forth. They all help towards building towards your next career. And really, all you've got to do is then find out to fill your skills gap. What's your next career? What are the skills that you don't really or not familiar with your next career? So fill in those gaps. If it's something that you've never really had communication skills in one particular role where your next career requires you to do so, it's time to start scratching up on your skills on communication, that sort of thing. And maintaining your existing skills. Don't let them lay dormant. Rebirth it. Your career will thank you for it as you move towards success, because then you will start to understand that as you start to implement each of these skills, the better off your career will result in. Update your resume. Always something to be really mindful of. Make sure that you update your resume and that it is very clear that your future bosses or future partners understand what the resume does. It really represent you? Does it really have something that is, that tells exactly who you are, your your inhibitions and your just not your talents and what you've done in the past, but where you want to go with it. Express who you are. Is it concise? Is it easy to read? You know, may mean quite a lot on the resume, but make sure it's also easy to read. And you've always included your contact details, and check for spelling or grammar mistakes. Now, also, this day and age is to update your social media. Just don't let it staying there dormant. Make sure that you do check it over and over. Is it correct? Does it express who you are? Exactly like a resume. You know, is it something that you would be proud to see? And look at it and ask for friends, close friends and family, for their opinion on your social media. Everything about it is important. Now, the other one is to network as much as possible. As they say, it's a bit like saying network, 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 network. It just is. We are social beings and we need to network. So, new career change, make sure you network a lot. Find yourself a mentor. So important. A mentor can guide you and escalate you to positions and opportunities that will get you there faster with a lot more understanding of how you're doing it. Make connections, you know, share knowledge. They give tips on preparing for interviews. They provide you support when you need it. Their mentor will share expert advice for you and give the guidance on improving resumes, skills. They may see certain things in your skills that need improving or they just lack of. And they just are there for you when you really need it, and can often be the difference between a successful career and not a successful. And the other thing is, with your interviews, make sure that you're always advised that you're around to take any calls or contacts, and you're open and honest with all of the interviews. Make a good first impression, as they say. Also, before you go for the meeting or the interview, research the company, find out about them. You know, prepare yourself for some basic answers when you get questioned, and be prepared for unexpected things. You know, not all interviews run the same. Make sure that you know that you're sort of ready for any surprise things. Don't be nervous about it, just be yourself and have an open mind. And look, a lot of the say is just being prepared to be yourself. You will find the career and the job that you're looking for in a peaceful, harmonious